What's up? Kern County Stories in the house. What's going on? Let's see if we get some people in here tonight. Definitely got to do this live tonight, man. After they blocked our camera last night, we're back now. Got some things to talk about. See if we can get some people in here. Don't know if we're going to because it doesn't look like it's working. Can you hear me? You can hear me. Let me know that you can hear me. I got to make sure this thing's working. It's always a game over here, right? But we'll see and make sure that we're good. Okay, Shy, can you hear me? Make sure we're good, man. Start bringing some people in. Waiting on my boy Country. Okay, you're in. Let me see, because I can't always see the comments, man, even though I'd like to be able to see them. You're in. Okay, here we go. All right, we're here. We're in the house. So anyway, Bam, I see Bam's here. Bam, hope you're doing all right, man. I ain't heard from you in a while, man. Hope all's good. So listen, we're going to do this video tonight. We're going to talk about a bunch of stuff, man. The Ohio shooting. We'll talk about, man, you see that social worker today? Wow. Social worker's 24, banging 13-year-olds. She's here to help him out. But man, we got a lot to talk about this AI-generated video that's fake news and all the comments that people are leaving. People don't realize that we put that video up, and then we did a live, and we talked about it. We talked about why we put it up, but maybe we didn't go in depth as we should have. And then people are like, oh, do your research. Some people have wrote me and threatened me on emails like, you're race baiting, you bitch. I'm like, what? Race bait? Okay, bud. You got it right. But yeah, I've been threatening all kinds of stuff over this video. So some people know the video that I'm talking about, right? The father goes back. His son gets, murked by the cop, reaching in the glove box. And we're going to probably repeat this a few times, right? Because I want people to know what we're talking about. So, the story is, the thumbnail, there's a black dude, white cop, white daughter. She's going to her prom. The black father, his son, is pulled over by this cop. And the cop, the black kid's reaching in the glove box. The cop unloads on him, takes his life, right? So this dude, kind of like a time to kill, right? Patience, patience is a virtue, right? And in this situation, the story goes that Douglas is waiting on, watching this cop, watching his social media. And then, he goes to his daughter's prom. He finds out that his daughter's having a prom. He pops the daughter, with an AK or whatever, and pretty much says, hey, an eye for an eye. Sits down and waits to be arrested. And everybody's chiming in. This story's cap. This is a lie. This is all bullshit. Do your research. You should be arrested for putting out false information like CNN. Like, these are some of the comments. Someone wrote me, I think I got like 3 or 4 actual emails. So I probably should post them so people can read them, right? We can all laugh at you, silly. 3 or 4 emails where people threatened that they were going to come to my kid's prom, and it just absolutely crazy stuff, right? I want to wait 18 years for you, you son of a... Okay, buddy. Yo, I caught the live chat. Have you heard of the story of Christopher Dorner? He killed the daughter of the LAPD officer attorney that was meant to help him. No, I haven't, man, but send me a link to it, man. Send me a link. So anyway, we're going to stay on topic tonight, right? This AI video, like I said, and this isn't what's fake, right? People put this video together. What was their intention of putting this video together? Was their intention to see people's responses? Was it really a social experiment? Was it because you want to see how people just judge people? Or do you want to see the reality of the world that we live in? The world that we live in is a cold world, right? And you know what? I'm going to give you my angle. Alex, email me. I could definitely help you. State or federal, let me know. So, you don't really know exactly why they put it out. Was it race baiting? No. In my opinion, I think they put it out to get people's responses, right? So we'll go on both sides of the aisle here, right? We're not talking politics, but King Kong, definitely appreciate you, man. $2.99. We appreciate the support. So this is what it is. One side of the aisle, they're like, oh, the father was a piece of that's why his son got killed. He never taught his son how to be a man or be respectful or not be in the streets. So people, you just judged it off of a fake story, right? But why did you leave that comment? Why? We're going to call it what it is, on the white side and on the black side, right? So you left that comment. Why? Because the dude was black, right? You didn't know if he had a gun in the glove box. No one said that he did. You don't know if he was a criminal. You don't know if the kid was a college kid. You don't know if he was the star football player at his school, a Christian, doing the right thing, living his best life. And he reaches in the glove box and the cop gets scared and he pulls the trigger, right? Instead, you just assume because he was black that he was doing something wrong. So when you think about that, man, you really got to look at the world and be like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? Why would you comment like that when you don't even know the whole story, right? Why would you leave a comment like that? Simply why? Race, right? That's the real reason, right? Then we can get into the Zimmermans, and we can get into the guys in Georgia. We can get into all that type of stuff, right? And then on the flip side, and let's just call it what it is, a lot of black people chime in, they leave comments, right? And what are their comments? Oh, it was all fair, eye for an eye. His daughter, she was fair game once he did that to that kid. Why did they say that? Was it simply because he was a cop? Was it because he was white? I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that he was just a cop. And a lot of people hate the cops, right? This is people's perception of the police. Your perception is, hey, the police are evil. They do evil shit. And you know what? Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, right? Even though his daughter's an innocent person, she was fair game to some people. Why is the daughter fair game? And for those that are, tagging in, we knew that this was a fake story, right? I did the research in the morning. Couldn't find an obituary. I always look for the obituaries first, right? The black kid, there was no obituary for this kid. So we know that it was a fake AI-generated story. But we did it so we could have a real discussion. All, true crime and all, prison channels. And it doesn't always have to be rah, bang them up. We can also address some social issues. And what is our social issue? That we just judge people just off of race, right? Just because of what color you are, we're going to judge you, right? Is that what it is? Or we're going to judge you just because you were a cop, your whole family deserves to die. Maybe he was in the story, he pops this kid pretty much for no reason, right? No one really knows. They leave the story open. Was there a gun in the glove box? Did the kid have a criminal record? They left it for you to judge without any facts. And this happens in court all the time. People are judged a lot of times on bullshit facts, right? A lot of times people get life sentences based on bullshit facts. So that's what we're talking about. We're talking about what's real, man. We're talking about real. That was a fake story. It's all cap, you son of a... You should be prosecuted for doing this. All you YouTubers are looking for likes. No, it was a story that we wanted to put up because we wanted to talk about it. And I didn't talk about it the way that I should have. In the last live that I did right after that, I should have done it this way. We're always worried about being politically correct, saying the wrong thing, getting canceled, getting this, getting that, making your subscribers hate you. No, man, let's deal with reality, man. Let's deal with what it is. It is what it is, right? Real and raw. That's what we say about this channel. It's real and it's raw. And I've told you guys for a long time, it ain't just my channel, it's our channel. We built this thing together. I couldn't have built this channel without you. Is this an AI-generated fake story? It is. But the moral of the story is people's responses in the world that we live in. It's not fake. It's real. All that shit is real, man. That's real shit. Then when we talk about, holy hell, Big Mouth, where have you been? Big Mouth, where the hell is Big Mouth at, man? Big Mouse. Big Mouse, what's up, bro? I was in USP Big Sandy with Mouse, man. What's going on, player? Hope you're doing well. All the old school OGs know you don't mess with people's family. That's how things used to be. That's how things used to be, right? And, I'm going to give you my opinion. If this kid was reaching in his glove box, if this story was real, I don't think that this can't happen because this shit can happen. This world is getting worse and worse. It's getting more dangerous, right? We'll talk about Ohio in a minute, too. This world's getting more and more dangerous. People aren't worried about consequences or people aren't thinking about consequences. So is it possible that something like this could happen and people can find, the cops, people on social media and show up at a prom? It is possible. It is possible. But maybe this is a teachable moment or a thought-provoking moment, I guess you could say, right? For people to really think about this stuff, man. You really want to throw your life away? Do you? I mean, yeah, it hurts. Your son's life is taken. AI-generated, fake story. We know that. But if this was real life, yes, you're hurting inside. Your son's life was taken. Maybe the father was, a good father, right? Maybe he was a good father where, he taught his son character and respect. And the cop got it wrong, man. The father's never committed a crime in his life. Doesn't even have a driving ticket. But he's so hurt inside that he lost his son that he feels that, vengeance is his. He has to get some revenge. He wants to make that father hurt the way that he hurt. And the only way that he can make him hurt is through what? Through his daughter. Yeah, I know, fake story, AI generated. Got to keep saying that, right? But that's the reality, man. I seen something about an active shooter in the mall yesterday. But this is the world that we live in. I'm reading some of the comments, right? You know, it's important to kind of address some of the stuff. What do you guys think about that story, man? Do you think it's okay to go just because the dude's a cop and he took your son's life? Do you think it's okay to plot on his daughter who's innocent, who hasn't done anything, who hasn't caused the pain and suffering that the father has felt? Do you think it's okay to go back and eliminate her in order to get the father back? We live in a callous world, right? I mean, this stuff has happened in the past, but it's getting worse and worse. It's progressing where people have no remorse. People have no compassion. We talked about, the stuff in prison. I did an interview with a brother today. Nathan Boswell says, is this story fake? This story is 100% fake. But the response from the people in the world that we live in and what you can gauge from that story is not fake. And that's why it was put up. And I believe it was put up as a social experiment. I really believe that. A social experiment. Or maybe it was to see how many people would do this story without doing research. I promise you, I researched that story. And like I said, I went to the obituaries. If this kid was smoked by a cop, then guess what? His obituary would have been there. I would have put the obituary picture up, right? Then I Googled the daughter at the prom. This should be all over the world news, right? If this really happened. And that's why we did the live the same day that we did the short. But too many people just key in and they watch, 10 seconds, or they see the thumbnail, or they say, oh, right away. They don't listen to the story. They just write you nasty messages, right? Definitely crazy, man. It's crazy everywhere. DC, New York, Maryland, Texas, Ohio. It's crazy everywhere. But, we're talking about reality, man. Gary Davis, did you watch that video that I sent you? I watched a couple videos that people sent me. I don't remember which one it was, but if you sent it, I probably watched it, bro. Cops are terrorists to keep the poor in line. This is, everybody has a position in life to play, right? You guys agree with that? Everybody has a position. Whether or not you elevate yourself or, you take this position and you use it to abuse people, like the cop in Alabama, 100% wrong, man. She's got the zapper on that dude. You want some more? You were talking big and bad a minute ago. You want some more? That man ain't do nothing wrong. But that's that old school justice over there in Alabama, right? Where people can get away with this shit. They've been getting away with it. Well, now there's cameras. Now there's social media. So it's not so easy to get away with this stuff anymore, man. This shit is real. It's not so easy. People are like, yo, we want you held accountable. That's why the cop jumped in the back seat with that chick, did what he did, right? He calls his, oh, yo, bro, I locked myself. Back in the day, the cop was going to cover for him. There weren't no cameras. He'd still have his job. He knew his ass was hit. He had to resign. They got another cop out in Florida partying with teenagers, right? He's recording these chicks doing stuff, right? Feeding them drugs, and he's showing it to other cops. And one of the cops like, yo, bro, we're cops, bro. What are you doing? That girl looks young. What are you doing? You ain't supposed to be showing that stuff. You ain't supposed to be doing it. Man, what's up? They investigate him. They arrest him, and he's hit. He's going to jail for a while. He's going to get some time. They're going to blast him because he's got all kinds of stuff going on. Videotaping underage. Yeah, you're hit. Social work. What kind of world do we live in when it's, and let's just keep real, social workers attractive, right? She's got a fiance, she's got a baby, and she decides, you know what, man? This 13-year-old kid, like, I'm trying to holler at him. Like, when did social workers start? I told you guys, people in psychology in that field are absolutely nuts. What normal person that's college educated is going to really be like, yo, you're 13, man. Let's, I know you're feeling down. You're sad. You're down on your luck. And she just starts getting butt naked. She's like, what's up? Let's have a butt naked tickle fight. Like, are you serious right now? You can't be serious. 28 years. She copped out. They're talking about she's facing up to 28 years. That might be her minimum. 28 years. Your kid's going to be, you're not even going to spend time with your family or your kid. Blame social media, the internet, and the amount of information that is available immediately. People don't know how to research anymore and believe whatever info falls in line with their beliefs. Well, Delta Machine, hopefully you heard what we talked about, that we knew that this was a fake video, right? And I actually put a live out that day and we talked about it. I just didn't get involved in depth as I should have, right? Because the biggest thing about this is the people's response, and to be able to look at the world that we live in. The world that we live in where someone says it's okay to go back and kill the cop's daughter. Where people say, hey, without the facts, it's all right that they, that cop killed that dude. That dude was a piece of shit. Why was he a piece of shit? You don't even know what happened. You don't even know if this kid, is just a great kid, or, if there was a gun in the vehicle. or if he was wrongly, he wrongly lost his life. And with all the things that are happening in the world and all the cops that are popping people, that was the perfect story to put out, to see people's responses. But did they have to put out the story? Did we have to put it out? No. We know the world that we live in. But what happens when this shit really happens? Then what? Huh? Should we be educating people? Should it be a teachable moment? Should it be a thought-provoking conversation? This is some shit the president should talk about, huh? Instead of coming up there like, da, 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 da. Should talk about this stuff, man. So the whole world can see it, man. Not just YouTube, not just TikTok. Let the whole world see it. See what we're living in. You interviewed my brother. He went back to prison and got jumped, and now he's dead. Wilkes County. What? Come on, bro. Who are you talking about? Come on. What, is this a fake story, or do we got to Google this? We need to know. Who is it, bro? Email me. Put my email up, country, so he can email me, because I want to know what he's talking about. And just so you know, I don't call up people and be like, hey, bro, you want to do an interview? I don't do that. My boy Matthew Nicka sends me $1 every time he watches a video. Thank you, Matthew. I appreciate you. Nick, Christopher, I just got that. I'll check out that email about that story, all right? Is that a true story, or is it AI generated? Wilkes County boy, it's true. What was his name? Who was your brother? Email me. There's the email, bro. Email me and tell me who your brother was, man. I want to, man, what the hell did I do? Can we show that? Okay, there's the email, bro. Wilkes County boy, send that to me. I need to know who you're talking about, bro. I want to know what's up. And why was he killed? Was it because he did an interview about prison? What prison was the murder at? Or were there other things going on? That's what I want to know. And if it's true, yeah, definitely, man. Rest in peace to your brother. Marty Swift. What? Man, you playing games with me, bro? Send me the obituary in this picture, bro. Send it to me on the email right now. Because I'm Googling it right now. Yeah, okay. Karen Swift murder trial. David Swift. Karen Swift. I'm not seeing nothing for it, big bro. But I definitely would like to know what's going on. Okay, Time Tracker. My boy is in the house. Time Tracker. John, what's up, bro? You want to play a little wall ball outside, bro? Just messing with you. But yeah, this is the type of stuff that's going on. How about in Ohio? How many people get killed at that party, right? Last night, night before? Absolutely nuts, right? You can email me, bro. The email's right there. Email me and email me a picture, because I don't see no email coming through yet. That's what I want to know. He was in the Dirty White Boy gang. Are you talking about Swift? Scott Reisendorf? That's Swift? If you're talking about that Swift, and if he was a DWB, I should know who he is, bro. I don't know who you're talking about, bro. Send me an email and send me a picture. That's what I want to know. I don't know how to spell his whole name. Let me see. That's it, man. Just email me, because I'm not going to keep talking about it. Just email me. Send me his picture. I want to know if I really interviewed this dude. Let me see. So what's up, man? Let's do a little question and answers tonight. Anybody got any questions? Have you heard about the state of Louisiana castrating SOs? Yes. And some people were, commenting on that video. You don't know what you're talking about. They're just doing it medically. If you go back and you Google it, they actually talk about physically, getting rid of this dude's Johnson. So yeah, I have. Marty Swift. I interviewed him. Just Google. Just send me a picture, bro. What prison was he killed at? That's what I want to know. Now you got me wondering, man. Dude, there ain't nothing on here. I just Googled it. Google it up, Bam. See what's going on, Bam. Get on that one for us, big fella. So anyway, man, we'll do a little question and answers tonight. Can Trump still run for president? 100% he can still run for president. He's going to continue to run for president. I think there's a lot. And look, man, like the prosecutor, they're like, man, this dude's like worth millions and millions of dollars. Like, how did this happen? So, they start trying to figure out that stuff. When you go after people like that, they start, they got people that they got looking through all kinds of records. They're going to try to find something on that prosecutor. Believe me when I tell you that, right? I've seen stuff about Edwards. You remember when Edwards did all that? He got that chick pregnant while he was married. He was never, tried or arrested. So there's people all over the place, man, getting involved in all of this stuff. Trump should not go to prison. I don't think he's going to, I don't know, man. I don't know what that judge is going to do. You know what I mean? There's a lot. Hey, this is a big thing, man. When you take a former president, you charge him. And now if he's out, popping people, robbing people, selling drugs, yeah, okay. You see your boy's son's going to trial, right? Biden's son's on his way to trial. Did you see that video where he's got like the crack? He's all the way in the street, bro. He's like one of them dudes that get high that knows everything that's going on in the hood, right? He might even stole a few things, but he might be a booster. Joe Biden's son might have been a booster, right? He's in Home Depot filling up carts. They used to buy the garbage can. They get a garbage can, stick stuff in there. How about reforming our Constitution? Well, they say the Constitution has an expiration date, right? Where they can change some things. I've seen that first official woman president here in Mexico. Is she also Jewish? Who was the person you were on a yard with that had the most stroke in your whole bid? You talking about in the white car? I'm going to say Adam. As far as everybody else, Bobby, man. Mexican Mafia Bobby. When that dude said something, them dudes listened, bro. When Mexican Mafia Bobby said do something, they did it, bro. I don't give a shit what it was. They handled that business. He had the most power I've seen. And then, Fox, too. When Fox showed up at Lee County, I think I talked about this. They asked him, bro, where do you want tables at, bro? Okay. I see that, Mouse. They asked him, where do you want? Mouse was there. Mouse, you were there. Were you there when Bobby got there? Tell these people, how much power did Bobby have, homie? You were a Southsider. I can't find nothing about Marty Swift and a prison death. Neither can I. And I Googled it while we were on here. Obituaries, all of that. So, yeah, the person who had the most power was probably Bobby out of all races, everything, man. That dude had a lot of power, man. Blood on the razor wire, smashed that. I can't find nothing. Okay. Funny shit, Home Depot banned it. Yeah, they go in there and they get the garbage can, stick nail guns in that joint back in the day and walk out with it. Were you asked to tip up DWP? Black Bob. Yes, she's Jewish. Wow. Jewish Mexican president. That's crazy, right? Who would ever expect that in Mexico? The world is changing, brother. The world is definitely changing. Money comes first, man. Just read your book. Fantastic read. Thank you, brother. Glad you enjoyed it. I appreciate everybody, man, that I sent you an email, Mr. Marks. Okay, man. Wilkes County boy, I'm expecting that email, man. Yep, Bobby had A block and Fox had B. Then they transferred Fox over to USP Lee. I happened to go there before he did, and when he got there, that dude had a lot of power, man. Southsiders got that Mexican mafia has a lot of power, homie. Believe me when I tell you that, man. And they're about that business. So I did another interview with a dude today. We got another one coming out tomorrow. Maybe we'll do a live tomorrow, right? Do a live tomorrow, drop a video Thursday, Saturday, and we'll keep doing some of these shorts. Hope you guys like the shorts. I got that documentary, man. I'm really trying to put it together the right way. And if you want to know the truth, very expensive for me to do. I'm giving it to you real. I got to pull all them trial transcripts. It costs money to do videos like that, a lot. But I want it to be a good one. And I don't know what pictures I can actually put in there, man. Got some vicious, vicious pictures. Those of you that think federal prison is camp fed, I mean, this shit happens all the time in the feds. Dudes hit 60 times. Could you imagine your homies, man, the dudes that you're supposed to be cool with, hitting you 60 times, but you'll find out why they hit them, right? And then, you and your homie, you're like, yo, bro, what's up? We're plotting on this dude. Dude shows up on the bus. We've been plotting on him. We got him. And then, once you go to the hole, it don't take you 24 hours before you're like, hey, send SIS over here, man. I need to holler at him, man. Hey, man, put that clown in timeout or just delete him. What he's talking about, man. You start talking about, hey, look, there's like dudes on here like. So we got a 10-year-old in here, but we just banned him. He's out of here. Yeah, we're not running around here. Meeting the Devil Jolly was banned and their comments were removed. Yeah, okay. That's the type of dude that probably plays skin flutes on the low. He's the guy. Look, these dudes are going around my city, right? I know you guys seen this short, right? I do have some effects from that long COVID still. These dudes are going around my city. And, I showed the video today, the short, and I kind of like cut it where he whacks them. They're going around my city, man. They're rolling up on dudes, man. They're plotting on them. And they're like, yo, what's up, bro? You were over here beating a 13-year-old girl. And they tell the dude, we can call the police and show this video to the cops, show this, stuff to the cops, or you can just let us slap you. And the dude's like, what the dude's like, listen, man, I got to get to work. So go ahead, man. Just slap the shit out of me. Do what you got to do. Hurry up and do it, man, so I can get to work. They're like, and he's like, all right, man, I'm ready to go. The other dude that's with him gives him another whack, right? And I mentioned their names on that short earlier, and I can't remember. What their names are, man, but we'll give them another shout out, man. They said they're doing public service work. And they're getting it, man. But they can't show that shit on YouTube, I don't think, when you're just like whacking people. Like we cut it out. You know what I mean? Did you send me an email, Wilkes County boy? Did you send me an email? Who's the email from? Yeah, I don't know what's going on, bro. JD Delay in the house. Big shout out from JD, man. We see JD, man, over that 900,000, working on 1 million. Keep pushing, bro. If you haven't checked out JD, go check him out. High tempo, keeps you engaged. Yeah, the wood chipper tribe. Yeah, throw him in the wood chipper, huh? So yeah, these cats are going around my city and just like they're pulling up on these dudes and they're like, "Yo, you want to go to jail, or you just want us to smack the shit out of you?" And they're like, "Wah, bang." I couldn't believe it. Some people have been sending me these videos from dudes from my city. Like, damn, man. I mean, they might. And look where they're at on this the one dude that they meet up with. It's a black dude, right? And it looks, from what I'm looking at, it looks like they're in the hood. I think I know exactly where they're at. You got some white dudes, slapping black dudes over there. Guess what? You might be in some trouble over there. You know what I mean? You might definitely be in some trouble, man, in that neighborhood if they catch you out there, bro. But maybe you're from the hood too. But, people ain't going to be like, yo, what are you doing, man? And you're not going to get a chance to explain over there why you're slapping this black dude, man. They might clap your ass over there. Definitely a dangerous city, not the place you want to be, right? What do you guys think about that party in Ohio? 2 people dead, 25 different people, I think, hit. Like, this shit's serious, man. Nobody cares. No one thinks about the consequences, man. That's what it is. So anyway, those that are just tuning in, again, I did this video I wasn't going to do it live tonight. I was just going to relax and take it easy, right? Been up since 4:30 this morning. Did an interview today, did a bunch of work, did a compassionate release motion today. Got another win on another case today. Yeah, right. JD, man. You got it, bro. I was, not too far behind you, man, like 3 months ago. You know what I mean? But you know what? You took off, bro. I'm like the turtle against the jackrabbit right now. I shouldn't use the word jack, right, on YouTube, but with some of these people out here. How about the dudes that write me and they're like, yo, bro, can you do a booty banding story about dudes getting... No, bro. It's not. No, we're not. No, we're past that. You got to check out them other dudes, man. Big Bam in the house, country. Big shout out to all my moderators, man. Appreciate everybody that comes in here, everybody that's a part of the channel. Look, man, we'll go for another 5 minutes. You got any questions to ask? I'll answer them. We got to get people engaged in here, man. Like, what do you want to know? You want to know something about prison? You want to know something about Choski's? You want to know the truth? Ask me, and I'll give you the truth. I want to know about... Man, Kearns, man, I didn't get no email from you, man. I'm pissed, dude. I wanted to find out, like, what you're talking about, dude. Like, when you put that up there, I'm a little bothered by it, to be honest with you. You'd be shocked that somebody, like the one cop that we interviewed, his wife called YouTube, all kinds of shit. The cop was really into the channel. They made me take the video down. He overdosed. After he did that interview, he overdosed. I had another brother that I interviewed that I was in prison with, man. He ended up, Jimmy ended up getting hit on his skateboard. And me and Jimmy were cellies, man. He was an NLR, hardcore dude in the feds, dangerous dude, put some people's lights out in prison. And then he came on here and he was totally vulnerable, man. Told people about what he's been through. And, Jimmy died. Then I had another homie that I was really close with. He was my handball partner. Hunter, man. Hunter hit me up. Yo, bro, we're going to do an interview. Let's do it this week. And then I get a message from his mom that says he passed away. Had another brother that was a wild dude in Lexington. He was the dude that was running around robbing all the Choskies, man. Taking their lockers, taking their shoes, slapping them. He ended up coming home, getting his life together, got married, had a baby, and he died in a motorcycle accident, man. You know, life's never promised, man. Life is never promised. I want to know what your nickname was at Big Sandy after the Ace incident. My name's Chad, bro. Some people call me Rock City. Some people called me Rock. But most people called me Chad, man. And, you know, they always talked about the boxing glove tattoo on my arm. That is something that people talked about. There was a brother today, man, that left a message, right? I'm one of the shorts. He said, Chad, man, you hit me harder than anybody ever in my life. His name was John. I think I might have talked about this at Youngstown, Ohio, when, you know, we got in a beef about them putting Smallville on TV when UFC was on. And I would love to bring John on, man. So, John, if you're watching tonight, I sent you back a message and tell you, hey, bro, email me. Email me your number. I'm going to call you. If you don't want to come on, that's fine. I still would like to call you and talk to you, bro. What is your main focus set on? I've never seen you before, so I'm confused about what all you talk about and go over. So, okay, Colton, I'll tell you what my main focus is, right? I was sentenced to 40 years at the age of 24, spent 17 and a half years in prison. One of, I don't know, some people get mad, but one of the best jailhouse lawyers in the system. I wrote the first compassionate release motion that won. It was for Conrado Cantu. I ended up getting my 40-year sentence reduced to 20 after President Trump passed the First Step Act. It allowed federal judges to, you know, go in and decide whether or not there's extraordinary and compelling reasons to reduce your sentence. My judge felt that my rehabilitation and a change in law where I got 5 years for the first gun, 25 for the second, and 10 for the drugs, all stacked together, was an extraordinary and compelling reason to reduce my sentence. So what used to be 25 went to 5, but they didn't make it retroactive. But they gave judges the power to do it themselves, and that's what my judge did. Got out of prison, told dudes in prison that when I get out, I'm going to be the voice of the voiceless. I'm going to help dudes get out of prison. I did put a paralegal company together. That's how I take care of my family. I make a living doing legal work, compassionate releases, direct appeals, clemency petitions. And, you know, you can't please everybody. And I've learned that, although I've tried to, you know, make everybody happy. I lose sometimes, but I win a lot more than probably most people in the country. And I'm not being arrogant. I'm just telling you the record speaks for itself. And also, man, recently, you know, got a house, a 5,000 square foot house that we're putting together. It's being remodeled right now as we speak. I was going to put some pictures up to share with you guys. Hopefully within the next couple of days, I'll share those pictures with you. But our focus is helping people that get out of prison and have nowhere to go. Reentry housing. And we're going to clothe them. We're going to feed them. We're going to help people out, man, because I know what it's like to get out of prison after doing 18 years straight. 17 years, 5 months, and 21 days, because someone will comment, you didn't do 18 years. And I know what it's like to walk out here and not be able to adjust to society, having no place to really go. I went to my uncle's house, man. It was in a crazy neighborhood. It was dangerous. There had been, you know, a gunshot through a little gunfight outside. A bullet went through the closet. And I'm like, man, hell no. I've been through too much for my story to end like this. So I had to stay in a hotel for 2 weeks with little to no money, man. Scripping and scraping. Didn't have nowhere to go, man. And eventually I got an apartment. They wouldn't rent me an apartment. I had to have someone else do it for me because of my record. So that's what my mission is, bro. And as far as the channel goes, it started off as saving kids from life imprisonment and premature death in the streets through our stories and experiences, man. So that's what the channel was really about. I was a writer for criminal legal news, prisoners legal news, love, you know, true crime, love writing stories. So, you know, we're kind of going, you know, we're still doing the interviews with the prison stuff and talking about prison, but we're also kind of, you know, navigating the true crime as well and all the crazy shit that's going on in the world, because it's bigger than just giving your story about prison, right? You ever met any good dudes in there from Miami? And I met a couple good dudes from Miami, and they're always named Miami, and they always got gold teeth. Bunky Brown. I like Bunky Brown. Some people have some stuff to say about Bunky, but I like Bunky Brown. Damn, man. Why can't I think it is Boogie? Boogie. Wasn't Boogie from Miami? I thought Boogie was a good dude, man. He was a dangerous dude in the street. The dude that was painting skateboards, yes, that was Jimmy Mack. Do a story about Bobby. I try to stay away from stories about them guys, man. What's up with FCI Fort Dix? Is that the new spot they send in DC inmates? Man, all kinds of people are in Fort Dix. It's like a party town, man. Find some lames to interview that will tell some wild shit. I'm going to go through these questions and answer some of them before we get ready to go. Harold Nathan in the house. What's up, man? Boston bred. We see you, big fella. If you want to come on, do an interview, hit us up. As far as Tommy Reynolds goes, I believe that we're going to win that case right now. I'm just waiting on the judge. I did his first compassionate release. Some of you guys know who he is. Some people think he's a really bad guy. I'm going to say this. Tommy did some bad things in his life that he deeply regrets. Personal friend of mine. I walked the track with him every morning in Raybrook for months upon months. And I did all his legal work, man. I got his sentence reduced. And now we had a new issue, and we're probably going to get that reduced, hopefully, man, by the grace of God. Tommy is a believer in Christ. Very nice guy, turned his life around, changed his character, deeply remorseful for the shit that he did, man. And he regrets every bit of it, man. Scott Peterson case. I was going to do a story on Scott Peterson, and I started writing some stuff when all that new stuff was coming out, but I don't know. Maybe we will. Prison in the Aftermath, and he helps brothers get out. Chad's an angel of mercy. I don't know if I'm just a regular dude, man, that actually cares, man. That shit hurts, man. Being in prison like that for years like that hurts, man. Coming home with no family, nowhere to go, man. That shit hurts people, man. First Step Back changed many lives for the better. Yes, it did, and it was passed by Trump, for those of you that hate him. The Prison Guard channel being investigated for exposing all the corruption in the California Department of Corrections. Oh, yeah? He's being investigated. How early did you, RYM, release your... I don't know what RYM is, bro. Mark, I just sent you my number. Okay. Can't believe your judge became your guiding light through your intelligence and hard work. You're truly a leader. And listen, man, and leaders breed leaders, man. Cedric Dean, leaders breed leaders. Let me tell you about I'm going to answer you in a minute, JD. Let me tell you about that judge, man. He recently wrote me and told me that he was retiring, right? I got nothing but respect for Judge David G. Larimer, man. He gave me a second chance. You know, my mandatory minimum was 40. At the time, I was a piece of shit. He probably felt like I deserved it. He said he felt that I deserved it. But he did see the change, and he gave me a shot. And there's a lot of people in prison, man, that deserve a shot that ain't getting a shot, man. And that hurts, man. There's dudes that get denied every day that probably deserve to get out more than I do, man. If you already did it, disregard. I didn't see that question, Matthew. I didn't see it. Chad, do you only do Fed cases? I do federal cases, some state cases, depending on what state you're in. Florida post-conviction. I got a partner that works here too, man, and he's phenomenal with Florida. Do a lot of New York State 440s. We do some state stuff. Clemencies and pardons pretty much anywhere, military and state. Can a felon get his gun rights back? I'll tell you what. I think it's getting ready to be decided by the Supreme Court, and I think a lot of people are going to get their rights back. They're going to continue to try to bar people that have violent felonies in their past. Earl, I appreciate you, big dog. Tell me when that's ready, Chad. I will have 50. No, it ain't much, but best I can do. King Kong, just get at me on an email, man. I don't know exactly what you're talking about. Danielle says, yes, only Fed. I do some state cases. How much time did you get Billy off? Billy Breimer? Like, I don't remember off the top of my head, man, but Billy went home when the prosecution was like, Billy Breimer's one of the worst dudes we ever seen. He had a disciplinary record, man, from the moon to the sun, from the moon to the ground. I didn't, man, that was tough, man. I didn't think it was going to happen, but it did. Aaron Hall, I appreciate you. Definitely appreciate you. Shout out to JD again. Do you ever think about motivational speaking? Yeah, man, I would love to do motivational speaking, but let me tell you something. Places like Families Against Mandatory Minimums, they might get mad. They want to take my profile down one time, right? When the government responded, this is what FAM did. The government wrote the worst response you could ever imagine about, me being a gang member. They said I was selling drugs in prison. It's all lies, man. They just filled this response with lies, right? That I admitted to assaulting people as part of a white gang. They put all that bullshit in there. The judge came back and was pretty much like, this shit's all a bunch of bullshit, right? Hold on. Now I lost it. Now I lost what I was saying. So anyway, the government put all that bullshit in there, and FAM, they had this profile up about me about how I changed my life. They just went ahead and believed what the government said, right? These are the people that are supposed to be fighting for convicts. And they initially took my profile off FAM that they had put up about, success on the inside, because I had done all them programs, turned my life around. And they're like, oh my God, look what the government wrote. And the judge actually debunked it all. And we proved that the government was lying, right? But, those people don't want people like me coming to the White House. They don't want to invite me to speak. I spoke. I did speak at the Rewriting the Sentencing Summit. It was put on by the Elite Institute. I mean, there were sitting federal judges there, former federal judges, U.S. attorneys, prosecutors, defense attorneys, criminal justice advocates, and I spoke. And there were a lot of people, formerly incarcerated, lawyers, judges that said something to me when I left. But I spoke for the people, man. Black, white, Hispanic. I spoke for the people. And most of all, 851 offenders, people that got life, man, for nonsense, and 924C stacked offenders, man. But yeah, motivational speaking, dude. I taught classes in prison. Cedric Dean, I credit him, man. I give him all the credit for teaching me all the stuff that I know. He taught me, man. And can I speak to crowds? Can I speak to groups? 100%. Can I teach classes? 100%. Can I do some motivational speaking? 100%. But a lot of times they don't want people like me. They get these other dudes down there that ain't really, they never, the dudes that hid in the law library, or the dudes that hid in education, or hid in, the reentry office. We're doing reentry down here with guys that got 100 years. We want no problems. I go to work and I come back. Guys that work in Unicorn. Not saying these are bad guys, but these are guys that don't really know the system. These are the guys that were kissing the cops' asses, right? So when you bring these people down to speak, man, they ain't saying what needs to be said. They're full of shit. Tell them what really needs to be said. Talk about the real issues. And I tell every one of them, man, when they go down there and they do this speaking and they're talking to the BOP director in Congress, tell them what it is, man. Stop faking. Because you don't really care about the people. You care about your fucking pockets, man. You care about putting money in your pocket. You don't care about the people sitting in there suffering. I actually care about people, man. I know what it's like, man. I know what it's like. I'm going to check the email in a minute, bro. What's your email address, homeboy? Yep, I got your number. I'm going to call you in a minute, bro. Give me a minute, and I'm going to call you after I get off of here, all right? I got you. But anyway, listen, man, appreciate everybody coming in tonight. We've been in here for a little bit of time. Hope I answered some of your questions. Vote D if you want police reform. But anyway, man, definitely appreciate everybody being in here. Blood on the Razor Wire TV. Until tomorrow, we're out. Got a video tomorrow. Maybe we're going to do one more live tomorrow. I think we might do a live tomorrow. And then, we're going to start dropping. We'll drop the videos. Hopefully, I'll have this documentary done before I leave. I'm actually going to Nashville. So if you see me in Nashville, man, holler at your boy. All right? I get nervous sometimes, though, when I'm out in public. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up? But anyway, listen, Blood on the Razor Wire TV. I appreciate everybody. It's our channel, man. Let's do it. Let's continue to push this thing. And you know what, man? Again, man, tell your kids that you love them. Tell your mother, your brother, your father. You never know, man. Tomorrow's not promised, man. With respect, until tomorrow, we're out of here.